What is going on, everybody? It's Carl here, and today we're going to be mounting the new U.S. General end cabinet Series 3 that I picked up at Harbor Freight. As you guys know, I already did the unboxing, but now today we get to mount it on the Snap-on Toolbox. Now, it's going to be a little different than mounting the locker that I put on the other side, because the locker had actually mounting holes on the top where this end cabinet does not. So I may have to drill 2 holes in this brand new box, which I don't want to do, but that might be the only way to make sure it's secure and the weight is not going to have it move around. So first thing I'm thinking is I'm going to have to take out the top drawer so we can see what kind of structure they got going on up in here. I don't think it's going to be as elaborate as what Snap-on does with their boxes, so there may be room to drill a hole and then be able to thread in a bolt going into the Snap-on box. But we'll see. So it looks like if I drill the holes up high, I should have no problem threading in at least a bolt from this side into the Snap-on box. Now that I know I can drill holes on that end cabinet, I got to take all this off, and then I'm going to have to measure out where the best place, like where I should mark the hole, because I got to drill, technically, I should drill holes on the end cabinet first, then I can hang it, and then I can mark the holes on the other side so I can put rib nuts in. So that's what I'm going to do. I got my holes marked here. So the bottom one is 2 inches down and 5 inches in on each side. I did it on this side too. So if I drill from this bottom hole, it seems like everything's gonna fit nicely. And then I also came over here and I rough sketched it in. So I think the inner one is the one I'm going to drill, and then this one is the one I'm going to drill too. But we're going to drill the holes first on that, just to see if my math is correct on here and where the holes line up. I think so. I think they should, because that's why I did the pre-markings and measurements, because I wanted to make sure these holes weren't going to interfere with where the handle would go. I've always learned if you start out with a pilot hole, drilling is way easier, and your bit's not going to be jumping around or anything. So we're going to start small, work our way out. So we got the pilot holes drilled, and as you can see, the holes are right where we want them. So this is perfect. So everything, my math is so far checking out, which is awesome. So now I just need to go grab a drill bit that matches this hole, because I'm just going to make it seem like it was the holes there by factory. So we got both actual sized holes drilled. So now let's hang it up there and see where this lines up. I have the end cabinet kind of free hanging on there right now, but man, was I wrong about where to mark it. So this is why you always test fit it first. Since I got the cabinet off, you can definitely see, I think I had my proportions off of where the holes were supposed to be, like on the cabinet to there. You can clearly see I was like 3/4 of an inch on both sides higher than where I thought they were going to go. But that's even better. That gives us a lot more room to away from the extra holes for the handlebar. So it's kind of nice. And we are back to using the pilot bit, and I forgot to mention earlier I was using this too. This kind of punches a starting point. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, you just punch a starting point, and it helps especially with the pilot bit, because it's small, like the end is, and you can drill a nice straight pilot for your bigger drill bit after. So yeah, so I'm just gonna punch the spots. All right, I got the rib nuts set and in place where I marked the holes, so all we can do is pray now, huh? But I realized I don't have any bolts for those rib nuts, so I'm gonna have to go run and buy 2 before we can put the end cabinet on. All right, we made it to the hardware store, the good old Fratelloni's. So let's go inside and pick out a couple bolts. All right, we're in the hardware section. I don't think I need grade 8, so let's just go to the regular bolts. Those will work just fine. Can't remember what size these are, but I guess we'll just try them all. All right, turns out 5/16 was the winner, and I grabbed a couple washers as well, might as well, to kind of support the sides of that cabinet. And yeah, let's get out of here. I'm probably not even gonna spend over $1. Actually, I probably will. It'll be under like $1.25, I think. So I did end up spending more than $1.25 like I thought. It was actually $1.35 for the bolts and the washers. But then I actually bought a couple cans of spray paint, and that's going to be for a different project. So maybe you'll see that. I don't know. I don't think I'll film that, but maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see. I just got back and I lifted it on there, and it looks like the holes were right on the money, so that's good. So I'm gonna thread these bolts in real quick, and then we'll get her tightened down with the ratchet and socket. And then we get to mount back our pry bar mounting bracket and see how that's gonna fit on there now. Cabinet is all tightened down, and actually the bolts threaded in a lot nicer than the locker did. So that means everything was pretty well lined up. So now actually before I do that, I'm going to get these mats opened up. We'll get them in all the drawers. And then maybe I could start moving stuff over to where, you know, it's less crowded in there and vice versa. Unfortunately, I have figured out that this piece is not going to fit on the end here because the, you know, the arm that goes all the way across is too wide for that. So what I've decided, and I kind of thought I was going to do this anyways earlier on, is now I'm going to move this over just a hair, you know, probably all the way to the edge. And then I should have, maybe it may fit. It probably is not. I mean, I could probably move the Craftsman box over an inch, you know, so maybe it'll fit. And we'll see what we got. So I got to reorganize some stuff. So this stuff can go over there and, you know, blah, blah, blah. So let's see how we can make everything fit, you know. You ain't going to believe this, but it just barely, I mean, barely fits on there. I mean, I got this all the way to the edge. I got this all the way to the edge, and it just barely fits. But that's gonna be its final resting place. So, I mean, nothing I can do. So what I've decided is I'm gonna move, you know, keep all the extra light bulbs and stuff over here, I suppose. You know, we'll see. You know, we kind of spread shit out a little bit. Yeah, well, so let's get all this taken care of, and then we can see where kind of everything's gonna go. I reorganized some of the tools a little bit, so let's do a little tour real quick, huh? So obviously, the top drawer, I just got that in there. Because I don't know what else to do with the Rivet gun. You know, it doesn't really go with any certain category. But next drawer, we got the ratchets. So I have plenty of room for other ratchets if I do buy some. Next drawer, we got the painting drawer. We got the paint guns, the regulators, the cleaner kit, the cleaning kit, sorry. And, you know, the attachment, spray gun lube, you know, all that good stuff. Next drawer, we got all my body blocks or Bondo blocks, whatever. I think this is a good place. You know, I had them in the, you know, storage bin because I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to use blocks. But, you know, coming up here, I got one door to work on that we're going to do some Bondo work on and body repair and stuff. So, you know, figured might as well have that in my toolbox. And then I've established this drawer is going to be kind of the electrical drawer where, you know, the heat guns for wiring and soldering and stuff. You know, we got a spark plug tester. We got a just electrical tester. And once I get a voltmeter deal, I can throw that in there. I do have a soldering tool that I could put in there too. But right now, it's fine where it's at. And the bottom drawer just empty for now because I don't know what I want to put down there yet. So, yeah, so I think over time, things are going to slowly rearrange. But it's nice that I have all this room now. So I have really 2 free drawers right now that I don't really know what to do with, which is a good thing to have as a problem. Maybe I'll shove that one weird air tool vacuum bleeder tool down there. The only fucking thing is I'm missing the hose, and I have no idea where it went. So I got to try to see if I can buy another one somewhere or see what the deal is. You know, the Matco guy doesn't come around anymore, so I can't just simply ask for one. So yeah, I don't know, but thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. This is just the beginning of what's to come. So this is like, you know, now that we're kind of set up, we got the welder set up, you know, now we can really do some stuff. So I appreciate all of you. See you in the next one.